Well, the cause is an important one because we are in a nation, that is under attack. And I see that David Axelrod suggested that Republicans are rooting for failure. And I thought, boy, if rooting for failure means standing aside history, saying stop, as to paraphrase William Buckley famously said, against the Obama administration, to say no, you're not going to take this country in the direction you seek. I'm proudly accepting that label of rooting for failure for his policies, not for any one personal individual or anything else, but I mean, should we? Is that what Republicans are doing? Are we rooting for failure? Is David Axelrod right?
We're hoping that President Obama's policies don't succeed, exactly as you said. And of course, David Axelrod unfortunately seems to be wanting to smear people who disagree with the president. We've seen that over and over at Tea Party events, at gatherings where people say, look, I don't like this idea of out-of-control spending and accumulating deficits that our kids have no possibility of paying back. And to think that we those of us who disagree with that very ill-thought-out idea are being smeared, I think that's really wrong. But just this last week, we saw that some liberals came out on a website and said they plan to infiltrate Tea Party events and give Tea Party people a bad name. And they said they've already been doing that. Well, I think that explains every time the Tea Party has a finger pointed at them as doing something wrong, it usually ends up being somebody who's a far left-leaning liberal that is actually behind it. And so it hasn't been the good, patriotic, freedom-loving Americans that show up at these events. It's usually some liberal that's infiltrated to try and give Tea Parties a bad name.